Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Here we are today. I have my brand new 2024 JP trailer. We're going to go a little bit over how I'm going to try to keep utility use of it while still having it more oriented for off-road use or when you're going camping. My trailer, I'm going to be able to use it for, like I said, utility things I have around the house, being able to take things to the dump still, be able to load my side-by-side on it. I want to be able to put my Jeep on it. And I have a few different items that I'm gonna want to install on there to keep the functionality for all the things that I want to do with it. Real quick, we're gonna do probably a walkthrough of this trailer. I'm gonna talk about the quality of it, the price point. This is not really a review of the trailer, but I want you to know what I'm starting off with here, so that way you can kind of see maybe what to look for when you're looking for your trailer. I did have before this, I had a Big Bubba trailer. They're based out of Utah. That one was rated for, I think, around 3,000 pounds gross weight. It was a single axle. It did pretty much everything I could ask for. The only thing was it was too short. It didn't have trailer brakes. And the two big things were the payload and the brakes that go along with that payload. This trailer is rated for a little over 5,000 pounds of capacity. It has a 7,000 gross vehicle weight rating. I'm not going to get into explaining all that. There's already a lot of videos out there that explain how gross vehicle weights versus capacity versus the weight of the trailer. The last one I said, I think, had a 3,000 gross vehicle weight rating. You know, you could carry 1,500 pounds. I think from the factory, my Razor weighs right around that 1,500 pound mark. So it could haul it, it could do it, but it couldn't haul the Jeep, and it didn't have brakes. And the brakes are kind of a big thing for me, because once I have this trailer, that camper, onto the truck over here in the corner you can't see, it gets a bit sketchy out there in the mountains. I've never had too much problem with braking coming down from a mountain, but I have to definitely be aware of it and not let brake fade happen or reheat the brakes. Once you start getting all that loaded up and all you have is truck brakes, it gets a little sketchy. And like I said, I want to be able to hold even more weight with the Jeep, and so the old trailer just wasn't going to cut it. So real quick, let's kind of go over this trailer, and I'll show you some of the things that are cons and pros, and what to look for maybe and what you need to get for a trailer. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was the setup on the hitch of this trailer. Right here we have a 3,500 pound jack that came from the factory. It comes with, see here, the disconnect, which is that's standard on any brakes with or any trailer with brakes has this disconnect as standard. You know, your typical bulldog hitch. For me, it kind of doesn't really matter in the trailer that you might get, because it just kind of, I guess that's just preference. I guess it would maybe be easier to make a little bit of lock, because you know you can get a master lock that goes around this. I have one of these, and it is kind of chintzy, and I know they're probably not that hard to break, but something is infinitely better than nothing, right? And I think the best thing is out of sight, out of mind, and that's why I usually put this trailer somewhere you can't see it from the road. We're going to have to do something about this jack. This jack actually isn't going to work for my setup. We'll come back to that in a little bit. I want to start talking about the things I want to do to add on to this. This trailer is 16 feet long and 77 inches between the fender wells, which comes out to a little over 6 feet. Or no, I think it's just under 6.5 feet wide is what it is between the fender wells. So I think most side-by-sides have a trail width of about 65 inches. So this should fit hopefully anything I ever want to get in a side-by-side, unless I try to go to something drastic that has like a long travel suspension. You know, when you're talking about like, well, I think even a Trail S, I think those are not a Trail S, a Turbo S. The old Turbo S, it's not the Turbo Turbo R. I think those had a track width of like 72 inches, so I should be good with width. It came with this tailgate. I guess I should probably talk about price point on this one. So This particular trailer they sell for $3,000, and then I paid another $300 to have the brake and wheel upgrade, which is totally worth it. I think you can buy the brake kit for a little less than $200, and then to get upgraded tires, I mean, it's pretty simple math. It's worth the $300. I bought it here locally in Albuquerque. These things are made out of Texas. The quality is, well, if you know how much a utility trailer should go for, there's a reason why it's only around $2,000 or $3,000. But it's going to definitely do everything that I want from it. I'm a little skeptical on the wiring of it. The way they looped the wiring down through the bottom frame doesn't seem like it's really meant to last or go the distance, but that's okay. I'll probably just cross that bridge when I get to it and change it out. Trying to think. The other thing about this is that it did not come with a spare. So I ended up having to spend another $200 right there. Amazon special. I got a wheel and a tire. I got a buddy with a tire machine. He helped me mount that. It's not balanced, but that's okay. It's just a trailer tire. So it came with this gate. I haven't tried driving anything up on it yet. Probably will here later today. I can tell you how that is. It does come with these nice LED brake lights. They seem like they're pretty bright. It's got LED lights all the way around it. Just stuff that's pretty basic. I mean, it's a trailer. It's nothing really that special. And it's gonna do everything I want it to do. Here, I'm gonna show you what we have in stored. We're gonna do some upgrades to this thing. We won't get them all done today, but I promise you in this video, we are gonna install some upgrades on this trailer. Alrighty guys, so one of the first upgrades I'm gonna talk about is this 3,500 pound jack. Now, this is not a necessity for an upgrade for really anybody's trailer, but it is a necessity for my setup. The one thing that is an upgrade about it though, that I really like is how much travel I'm going to get out of this, and also the fact that you can pull out the quick foot like this. It's a huge time saver. The one thing I really hate about the current jack is that it seems like you're there spinning it a day and a half to go all the way up whenever you're ready to take off after you're hitched up, and then when you got to go unhitch, you got to put it all the way back down, and it seems like it's forever. And that's just kind of nitpicky, and like I said, this is probably not an upgrade that you really have to get. Now, the reason why I'm getting it is because I have a sliding camper that goes to the back of this truck bed. So that camper comes out to right about here, and as you can see, that jack is just right behind it. And as soon as I make a left or right hand turn, done. It's going to smash right into that camper. So, and how this is going to fix that problem is with this coupler right here. This is actually the reason why I had to buy this jack. So as you can see, it's a square coupler. It goes and welds right onto this jack, and then you have the round piece of pipe, the quick disconnect that pulls out, and this is going to weld right to the side of the tongue. And then when this is all together, this is a flip up jack, and then it'll be right out of the way. Still has the same low capacity of 3,500 pounds, and we'll be good to go. So one of the things I did have to get was a spare tire. This trailer didn't come with one, so I had to get one. This really isn't an upgrade, but one of the things I am planning on doing is putting spline locking lug nuts on it. Just kind of keep the thieves away and keep my wheel. This is one of the things that I think is required for you to have when you go off-roading with the setup that we're talking about with the trailer and a camper. However that setup may be, maybe even if you just have just a camper, this is something I think that could be really useful. And that is a big giant off-road jack. So I've used this one several times. This actually came off my old trailer. We're going to mount it somewhere on here. Probably not going to get to it today, but it's going to be mounted on the side of this trailer. Pretty easy to do. It's got a weld and a couple of bolts. You get stuck in a hole or something of that nature out there, you can use this to get out of there. It's also really nice to have to jack up the trailer to try to change a tire. So that way you don't have to worry about fumbling around with the one that's in your truck. So anyways, this is one I think is a really must-have for your off-road trailer. One of the things I'm more excited about doing on the trailer, because my last trailer actually didn't have this, and I always thought, man, how awesome would it be to have one of these E-tracks. So if you don't know what an E-track is, here's one right here. So what it does is it has these slots, and you can buy different attachments to put inside of it. So you would take, for instance, this attachment is just a ring, put it into the slot, locks in. So this just screws down to the wood floor. Something that's so easy. Man, I really kind of wish I had it on my last trailer, and I can't wait to have it on this trailer. So this is probably going to be the easiest upgrade I'm going to do on the trailer. And I mean that through installation to the point of how usable and the utility of it. And that is a simple toolbox. Now there's a lot of different ones you can get out there, different styles. The way I do it is very redneck, but it's very, very versatile and it works great. And I'll show you that here in a second when we go to install it. But this is just a regular truck bed toolbox. Lift up, lift down, painted black. This is the one off my old trailer. And that'll be one of our upgrades that we're doing. So another one of the upgrades that I'm going to do is, well, mount another spare. So this is actually a spare tire to my truck. It doesn't fit underneath the bed anymore because these are oversized tires, and the previous owner also put on an aftermarket exhaust. So it does not fit underneath there anymore, and needless to say, it's a real pain in the butt to have to move around all the time, and especially when it takes up bed space on the trailer. What I really want to do is make another mount that goes out here. This isn't something we're going to get done today, but it is in my plans, and something I'm going to do definitely. I'm not sure yet where exactly I'm going to mount it at. I think it's going to be somewhere in this area of the trailer, since it's opposite of the other spare for the actual trailer on the other side. I've been spending a lot of money on parts, so this part I'm actually planning on building. Once it's all done, it'll be sweet to have, and I won't have to worry about hauling this tire around in the bed of the trailer anymore. Sure, this is the part of the video that a lot of you have been waiting for, and that's this big giant Badlands 12,000 pound winch. And I'm sure some of you are thinking, wow, that's way overkill, especially with all synthetic rope. Did you really need to spend all that money on a winch? And well, no, not for this trailer, but there's a little hidden secret about this winch. And that is meant to go in a trailer hitch. So this winch isn't actually just for this trailer. This winch is meant to go in the front of my truck where I have a front hitch, and also go in the back of the truck if I ever needed to. Or even better, I can actually put it on somebody else's truck to pull them out. So for instance, let's say I'm out there on my side-by-side, I see somebody else stuck in their truck. Well, I can go back, I can get this sucker, come back, and this just hooks up right here through this quick disconnect that goes off to jumper cables, and then they can pull themselves out, and then hopefully they don't take off with my my winch. I haven't had to use it yet. I've had a couple close calls where I might have needed one, but the plan is that I'm actually going to go ahead and just weld a trailer hitch right up here for it to slide into, so that way if there's something I need to pull onto the trailer that's heavier than I can pick up, or for instance if the Jeep or the side-by-side breaks, then I can just put the winch up to it and bring it on up. First thing we're going to install is this toolbox over here, and we're going to use my favorite method, the redneck method, also known as the KISS theory. Keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, it'll be alright. Alright, so that's the keep it simple method. It's just a ratchet strap, and all I gotta do is undo the ratchet strap when I need more space or when I'm not using it. So there you go, keep it simple, stupid. It's getting hot out here. I think right now it's about, how hot is it? Right now it's 87 degrees, but it's still getting warming up. It's only, well, it's 1 o'clock right now, so it's gonna get a little bit warmer, but not too much warmer. But it's time to say goodbye to the hat and on with the chillets. So, if you don't know what chillets are, it's basically big giant bandana that you soak in water. It's got these special beads in it that soak up the water. You can put it around your neck, or since I have long hair, what I like to do is I like to wear it like a bandana. Oh yeah, the sweet relief. of chillets. Woo! Oh. This is actually how I unlock my inner power of four-wheel drive. Okay, here we go. All right, time to start installing some E-Tracks. Here we go. Okay, so the first thing I need to do to get my E-Tracks on there is I need to figure out where I need to put them at. So depending on what vehicle you're unloading up, I have my Jeep, my side-by-side. I think my tire width on one was 56 and it's 58 on the other. So for as width goes, we're gonna shoot for right around 57. And then for length, the length of the side-by-side I think was around 93, where the Jeep was 80. So that means there's a 13-inch difference. I'm gonna shoot the difference, call it 86, and that'll be the separation on center. Key term there, on center. Okay, let's see where we land on this thing. Okay, so it turns out I actually had to do 59 inches for the width. The reason being that they even tell you, if you look online on the E-Track website, what they want you to do is to make sure that you have one side of it on one plank of a wood floor and then the other side of it on another plank. So that way it increases the strength. Or also if one plank were to fail, well then the other plank is still there holding it. So that's how I have it set up. If I wanted to do 57 on the dot, it was all going to be, both of them would be on just one plank, and I really didn't want to go with that. And 59, well, that's exactly what the side-by-side is, and it'll just be a little narrow on the Jeep. So 59 it is. I went down to Home Depot, and I got these number 14 by 1-inch screws. I think the manufacturer recommends for a wood floor, number 14 by 3/4. They didn't have 3/4, all I had was 1 inch. Now if they were a little bit longer, it's probably better anyway, so we're gonna go with this. These are hex heads. I think it's a 3/8. Yeah, it looks like 3/8 head. This is a pack of 72 or 1 pound. So, see how it turns out. These are metric tools. I got a 3/8 head. Okay, finally got everything I need. Okay, first mistake, I got sheet metal screws to do a wood job. Went ahead and threw 6 in each one because I already measured out where they are. Later on, I will get some wood screws and I'll fasten it all the way around like it should be. So yeah, I threw some of these in there, but don't think it's permanent. This is just so I'd have to measure it out again. And who knows, I might want to move it anyway. So I guess the next thing we'll go on to is mounting the next set. By mounting, I mean same thing, temporary. Now I'm gonna pull the trailer up and I'm gonna grab the Jeep and see how it fits on there. Okay, so obviously these are just temporarily mounted right now, but I figure I'd go ahead and throw my wheel straps over it and see how it looks. I'm sure it's gonna work fine. It's secured. Okay, so I know we didn't get a whole lot done in this video, but you know, we did spend a lot of time talking about what we're gonna do. Pretty much everything else I want to do, we're gonna be breaking out the welder and doing some real-time stuff with that. Right now, it's clearly this strap is way too far forward, whichever way I put it on, and it has to do with the attachment down there. I see that they already sell a extension strap, basically, and I'll get one of those, and I'm sure that'll remedy that problem. So looks kind of clunky right now, but I'm sure that extension strap's gonna fix all that. Anyways though, that's gonna be it for this time. Until next time. Whew, it was getting hot out there. Okay guys, thanks for watching this video. It's only my second video, and if you could, leave a comment down. I just need some feedback on things like audio and video and content, and what I covered that you guys liked and what you guys didn't like, so the future videos I can make for better quality. So anyways though, if you guys just leave a comment, and I'll see you next time here on the channel. For Willie D, I'm Willie D, and we're out.